Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. At a top story, in a huge victory for the Adani Group, the Supreme Court on Wednesday said the report by the OCCRP, an organization funded by billionaire George Soros, among others, can't be the basis for doubting the capital markets regulator SEBI's investigation into the Hindenburg case. Delivering the judgment, a Supreme Court bench of Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and Justices J.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra said there were no grounds to transfer the probe to a special investigation team. The Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, has investigated 22 out of the 24 cases linked to the US-based short seller Hindenburg Research's allegations. The Supreme Court gave the SEBI 3 months to complete investigation in the remaining 2 cases.
A win for the Adani Group after the Supreme Court refused to transfer the investigation being carried out by market regulator SEBI into Hindenburg Research's allegations of accounting fraud and shell companies against the Adani Group to a separate special investigating team, saying the power of the court to enter the regulatory domain of SEBI is limited. In a clear verdict, the Supreme Court said, the facts don't warrant the transfer of probe from SEBI. The court backed the panel report that has said there was no price manipulation by the Adani Group and added that newspaper and third-party reports can be inputs but not evidence.
It's a complete exoneration of the Adani Group. The court has said that it trusts SEBI. It does not warrant any CBI or any other police investigation as demanded in the 4 writ petitions, and no other material was found to warrant any other investigation.
Supreme Court has given 3 months for SEBI to conclude investigation into the remaining 2 allegations and take the investigation to their logical conclusion in accordance with law.
The Supreme Court also ordered the government and SEBI to check whether Hindenburg has ignored rules in shorting the market and to take action accordingly. Adani Group Chairman Gautam Adani welcomed the Supreme Court verdict in the Hindenburg row, saying that truth has prevailed and that we are grateful to those who stood by us. In a statement, the Adani Group said that there was an attempt to set a false narrative by a manipulative presentation of matters. Bureau Report, NDTV.
And all Adani Group shares ended the day higher as investors cheered the verdict by the top court. Sakshi Bajaj brings us the highlights of the uptick in Adani Group stocks.
All Adani Group stocks surged after the Supreme Court said there's no ground to order an investigation by the Special Investigation Team into allegations raised by US-based short seller Hindenburg against the Adani Group. Double-digit gains were witnessed in Adani Energy Solutions and Adani Total, with Adani Energy Solutions ending the day higher by over 11% and Adani Total surging by 10% at close. Adani Green Energy gained almost 6%, whilst Adani Power surged as much as 4.99% at close. Now, Adani Enterprises, the flagship entity of the Adani Group, surged 2.5% at close, and Adani Ports gained over 1.5% at close. While the cement majors also ended the day higher, analysts believe the rally would have stretched even further and been even more significant if the 3-month timeline by the top court to SEBI had been completed today itself. Now remember, shares of 10 listed Adani Group companies have recovered at least 70% from the January lows witnessed post Hindenburg's report. And Adani Group's market cap is at 15.62 lakh crore rupees, the highest since January 2023.
2 opposition chief ministers who are being probed by the Enforcement Directorate have refused to comply with the summons issued to them, saying these summons were illegal. The Enforcement Directorate, which has been accused of acting at the behest of the BJP, conducted raids at the premises of associates of Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren in Ranchi. This is in an ongoing money laundering case. Meanwhile, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal skipped the 3rd summon by the Enforcement Directorate on Wednesday.
The Enforcement Directorate versus 2 opposition chief ministers, Jharkhand CM Hemant Soren and Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal. Both have skipped ED summons repeatedly, accusing the ED of acting politically at the behest of the BJP. The ED wants to question Kejriwal in the alleged Delhi liquor scam case, while Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren is to be questioned in an alleged land grab case. Mr. Kejriwal says he's ready to cooperate with the investigation, but the repeated summons by the ED are illegal. While the Aam Aadmi Party says the ED wants to arrest Kejriwal, the agency says due process should not be disrupted. The Jharkhand Mukti Morcha has alleged the BJP is using the ED to destabilize its government. The ED said there was a need to question Soren. The BJP says Kejriwal's arrest is imminent and he's trying to evade the process of law. The AAP hit back saying despite an investigation of more than a year, no evidence of corruption has been found.
Is afraid because he knows that his arrest is imminent. He is trying to evade the process of law. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, you are not above the law of the country.
ईडी ने आज तक अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के सवालों का जवाब नहीं दिया। ईडी के अफसरों को भी पता है कि ये समन इल्लीगल है। अगर वो सच सच जवाब दे तो उनको ये कहना पड़ेगा कि हमने तो ये समन इसलिए भेजा है क्योंकि हमें बीजेपी के हेडक्वार्टर से आदेश आया था।
Amid speculation that Hemant Soren's wife Kalpana Soren will be made Jharkhand Chief Minister if Hemant is arrested, the ruling Jharkhand Mukti Morcha held a meeting of its legislators this evening.
मुख्यमंत्री हेमंत सोरेन है और रहेंगे।
An NDTV Bureau Report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a massive roadshow in Thrissur on day 2 of his visit to South India that is seen as a mega push towards the BJP campaign for the Lok Sabha elections due later this year. The party is holding a massive meet for women in the state's cultural capital, which the Prime Minister addressed shortly after. Hitting out at the opposition, the Prime Minister said the left and the Congress were two faces of the same coin.
Massive roadshow by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Thrissur, Kerala's cultural capital. Also seen in the motorcade, actor politician Suresh Gopi, who could become the BJP's Lok Sabha candidate from Thrissur. Addressing about 2 lakh women gathered to thank the Prime Minister for the passing of the Women's Reservation Bill in Parliament, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the LDF and UDF were stopping development from coming to Kerala.
हमेशा से एक ही थे। इंडी गठबंधन की सरकार सिर्फ और सिर्फ मोदी विरोध के कारण यहाँ काम होने नहीं देती।
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, बोलो भारत माता की।
In Lakshadweep, Prime Minister Modi accused non-BJP parties of neglecting the island and border areas, while inaugurating 1200 crore rupee projects to increase internet speed 100 times, improve healthcare, drinking water and solar power.
केंद्र में जो सरकारें रही, जो दूर सुदूर के राज्य हैं, उनकी तरफ ध्यान नहीं दिया जाता। आज यहाँ लगभग 1200 करोड़ रुपए के प्रोजेक्ट्स का शिलान्यास और लोकार्पण हुआ है।
If the Bharatiya Janata Party has been perceived as a political party from the north of the country, the Prime Minister's big south push was also an attempt to bridge the cultural gap. So in addition to speaking about development projects, about youth and women being the engines of growth for tomorrow's India, he also spoke about the respect and regard that he has for Tamil culture, language and history. And in Kerala, he spoke about Vadaganathan Kovil, also the Thrissur Puram and Sabarimala temple, and said the LDF and the UDF were exploiting religion for political gains. With camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
3 individuals, including the owner of a Gurugram hotel, were apprehended by the police on Wednesday morning in connection with the mysterious death of 27-year-old Divya Pahuja, a former model and previously implicated in the murder of gangster Sandeep Gadoli in 2016. Mohammad Ghazali joins us at this point. Ghazali, what are the other details emerging out of this whole case?
See, this is a very interesting case because this ex-model was booked in 2016 after a Gurgaon-based gangster Sandeep Gadoli was killed in an alleged fake encounter in Mumbai. Now, Gadoli was a gangster based out of Gurugram. The Haryana police was chasing him back there in Mumbai, and perhaps, as per the allegations, this Divya Pahuja, an ex-model, was back then implicated or booked in the case along with his mother and family members and 5 other policemen from Haryana, because her role was seen as an informer for the Haryana police. Now, in this particular case, that why she has been killed, this incident happened yesterday, that the hotel owner Abhijit had confirmed to the police in the investigation that the ex-model had some objectionable pictures of the hotel owner in her possession, and that is why he brought her into his hotel, convinced her to unlock her phone and give her the pictures, which she denied or which she refused to do so. And in a rage, he shot her, and later he, along with his 2 associates from the same hotel, sort of took her dead body. The police found all these details after scanning the CCTV installed in the hotel, and also found spots of blood in the hotel. This incident happened yesterday late evening, and today morning 3 accused involved in this entire case were arrested.
Mohammed Ghazali, thank you very much for all the details. We'll keep tracking that story. But another story that we are tracking is security forces have launched an anti-terrorist operation in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir. And according to police, a gun battle has started with the hold-up terrorists. Now, the operation has been jointly launched by the police, army and the CRPF. The number of cornered terrorists was not known immediately at this point. Joining us for more details, Nazir Masoodi. Nazir, what are the other details emerging out of this?
Well, it has happened a day after Home Minister Amit Shah held a high-level meeting in Delhi to review the security situation and to put more pressure on militants in Jammu and Kashmir of the recent attack in Rajouri and Poonch. Now an operation is going on in Kulgam area in a place called Adigam, where security force launched a joint operation this evening, where in army, police and CRPF are involved. The number of militants who have been cornered is not known immediately, but it appears 2 to 3 militants were initially reported that may be there. According to police, after they launched the operation, a gunfight and encounter has started. So far, there is no information or confirmation if any militant has been killed or captured during this operation.
All right, Nazir Masoodi, thank you very much for all those details. We'll slip into a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Amidst the narrow lanes and historic landmarks, a new chapter unfolds. The rise of electric rickshaws. The streets that once echoed with the clip-clop of horse-drawn carriages now resonate with the quiet whir of eco-friendly vehicles. Here's a ground report by my colleague, Tanish Punjabi.
The Ram Temple opening presents a big opportunity for 31-year-old Muhammad Arif, an e-rickshaw driver who just purchased his own vehicle a week ago on a loan, in anticipation of a tourist surge once the temple opens.
क्या अब पर्यटक धंधे में थोड़ा बढ़ावा हुआ है?
जी बहुत ज्यादा ही बढ़ावा हुआ है।
राम मंदिर बन रहा है तो उससे आगे की क्या उम्मीद है? ग्राहक आएंगे और
जी और ज्यादा ही, एक नहीं कम से कम करोड़ों आएंगे यहाँ पे और डेली पर डे आएंगे। हमने अपने लाइफ में कभी नहीं सोचे हुए थे कि इस तरीके से इस लाइफ से अयोध्या का हो जाएगा।
Outside the Ram Temple entrance, a deluge of e-rickshaws are already jostling for space to cater to the ever-increasing tourist footfall. In 2020, just 429 e-rickshaws were registered across Ayodhya. This year, the number rose over 8 times to 3,069. Many youngsters in the town have purchased new e-rickshaws, like Shravan Kumar, who quit his job as a driver in Delhi 5 months ago and returned to Ayodhya.
राम मंदिर बनने से कस्टमर काफ़ी लोग ई-रिक्शा पे बैठना बहुत इच्छुक है, क्योंकि अपना ई-रिक्शा पे बैठना हर जगह पे, हर 10 कदम पे आपको बैटरी रिक्शा मिल जाता है, सुविधा भी आसान मिल जाता है यात्रियों को भी। और अपना टेम्पो पे बैठने पे उसमें पोल्यूशन की वजह से, इसमें पोल्यूशन नहीं है, आराम से यात्री बैठ के सफ़र कर लेते हैं। 700-800 रुपये 900 रुपये रोज़ का काम तो हो ही जाना है।
पहले से बढ़ोतरी हुई है?
हाँ जी, पहले तो 400-500 रुपये हो जाते थे, लेकिन अब तो है जो भी 1000-1200 रुपये का, 700-800 रुपये काम तो मैक्सिमम हो ही जाता है।
But amid the rising number of e-rickshaws in the temple town, one man is still holding out and running the tongas or a horse-drawn carriage.
70-year-old Bhagwati, fondly called Bhagwati Baggiwale by the people of Ayodhya, is now the last Tangawala in the town. Each morning in this narrow lane near Durga Kund in Ayodhya, Bhagwati and his horse Babu leave for work in the hope that the opening of the temple and the novelty factor around the horse-drawn carriage will bring in an extra income.
जब से बैटरी रिक्शा आ गया तब से तांगा लुप्त हो गया। लोग को वाहन में जल्दी आता है ना, थोड़ा इसमें, जबकि इससे ज़्यादा फास्ट नहीं होता है, 2 मिनट 3 मिनट का फास्ट होता है। इसमें खर्चा ज़्यादा लगता है, गाड़ी में खर्चा नहीं है। कमाई करने में हमारा हमको पसंद नहीं जी, हमको वो चीज़ें पसंद नहीं। मैं जिसमें ढला हूँ वही हमको पसंद है। हमको जानवर से लगाव है।
The Ram Mandir is a witness of past and is seeing a new future. While new economic opportunities unfold, some people remain guardian of the traditional values, serving as a delicate balance between the past and future. With camera person Rajesh Gupta, Tanishq Punjabi for NDTV.